everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Mela, and in today's video I'm gonna go over 3 little things to remember when you're feeling a little bit stuck or unhappy. These are just a few things that I personally try and remember when I'm feeling like I'm in a rut, so I hope that this video is of some use to you guys. But yeah, let's just get started. So the first thing to remember is that we always have the power to make a change, and usually, you know, we get caught up in all the bad things going on or all the things that we don't like that's going on in our lives, that we forget that, hey, we can actually do something to make things better. First, try and figure out what it is that's making you unhappy or what's making you feel stuck. You know, for example, did your grades come back and they weren't as great as you wanted them to be, and now you feel like you're never just gonna understand what it is that you have to learn? Everyone has the capacity to learn more, and just because you absorb information slower or you process it slower than other people, that doesn't mean that you're never gonna get it. You know, maybe it's the technique of study that you're currently using that just isn't working for you. For example, if you find it hard to just sit down and read the textbook, maybe try something else. When I find it difficult to understand what's going on in the textbook, sometimes I'll actually just jump on YouTube and look for a video that'll explain it a little better or explain it in, you know, just easier terms. And sometimes I personally feel that I learn better when I can hear it, when I can understand it by looking at it, and when I'm given examples. So, you know, just change up your study routine a little bit and see what method works best for you. But also remember that the changes you make don't have to be permanent straight away, and they don't have to be big changes. Go for a haircut or something. Whenever I go for a haircut, I always feel refreshed coming out. Obviously, I'm the same person walking out of the salon as I was walking in, but there's just something about haircuts that just makes me feel more put together or confident. Or change up your clothing style a little bit. If you feel like you've outgrown your style, then, you know, move on to something else. Just like you, your style is always evolving, and if what you're wearing doesn't make you happy, wear something that does make you happy. You know, if you're unhappy because you're always doing the same thing and your days are routine and monotone, then try and immerse yourself in a different environment. Change things up a little bit. If you're always in your room, you know, hang out in the lounge. No, I'm kidding. Go outside and explore the city, or go to the park, you know, or the beach even, you know, if it's warm enough, because obviously if it's cold, just don't go to the beach. Now, while we do have the power to make change, a lot of changes, especially the big ones, they do take time, and sometimes they take a lot of it. You know, the classic example of wanting a fitter body. We live in a world where sometimes we just expect gratification instantly, and if we don't have our dream body after a week or two of working out, then we tend to get disheartened about it. So, you know, you can't expect that. You obviously have to work at it continuously and constantly to get the body you want. Basically, it's kind of like the bigger the change, the bigger the commitment you have to give. You don't have to make big changes to be happier. Even the smallest changes can influence your outlook in a more positive way. So make the changes you can with what you have. So thing to remember number 2 is just take a break. We live in this world where there seems to be this need to always be doing something. You know, if you're not working, then you gotta do this or that or this and that. Go outside for a bit and take a walk and just clear your mind, because sometimes that's all you really need. When you're cooped up, you know, in this space, trying to get ahead of work, or you're just trying to do things one after the other without taking a break, you're just gonna burn out. And when that happens, you're obviously gonna feel stuck, you're obviously gonna feel unhappy. If you give yourself a chance to relax and just refocus a little bit, then you can move forward and do whatever you have to do and feel lighter at the same time. So here's an example. Something that makes me personally feel stuck a lot of the time is university. I'm just one of those people who is constantly studying. You know, a lot of the times when there's a chance to just go out and have fun, a lot of the times I actually do say, sorry, I have to catch up on this, or I have to do this, or I have to study this. Now, it's just gotten to the point where I just don't want to study, and it's not falling into like laziness, it's just that by always cooping myself up with my laptop and my books, I do actually feel like I miss out on a lot of life. So for this year, my goal is just to have a better study-life balance. And so I think remembering to take a break, goes with pretty much anything that you do, whether it's a hobby or a job. Once you start to fall out of love with it, sometimes all you really need is to take a step back away from it, do something else for a little while, and then come back to it, and you might just fall in love with it again. And sometimes you might find out that this job or this hobby really isn't for you. Or you might find an extension of it and you might want to pursue that instead. Taking a break is really important because it just gives you a chance to just refocus and realign your goals and where you want to be. The last thing that I try to remember is that there is always something to be grateful for. You might feel like you're down in the dumps or you're in a rut right now, but there's always better things to come, and things will get better. I think it's important to appreciate the small things. Whenever I don't have anything all that interesting to write in my journal, sometimes I'll just write a list of 3 things that I'm grateful for the day. That could be like, I'm grateful for my friends and family because they support and tolerate me when I'm being annoying. Or I'm grateful for Nando's because I love their chicken. Okay, maybe not that, but I do love Nando's. But yeah, you could also be thankful for being in the position that you are right now. Just because things are difficult doesn't mean that you can't get through it. I hear it all the time. The things that make you struggle make you stronger. And for a lot of things it is true, Going back to fitness, it might be a little bit of a struggle to get through the workout, but with every workout you do, you'll get stronger and you'll be able to finish them. I feel like you aren't given the hardships you're given unless you can overcome them. And sometimes it does take a while, but in the end, you will eventually overcome them. And that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!